Okay, we can't determine why someone might have depression, but I'm going to talk about what you would need to know if someone is having the symptoms of depression. Because you're not trained on this, all right? But I want you to be. So I want you to get that pen and paper out or get your cell phone out, put in your notes section, okay? Because I want you to be able to be informed. We're going to go through these relatively quickly. We want you to understand the symptoms of depression and then ask a few questions to figure out how much danger this person is in. And they're not in any order. Low energy, most of the days, every day. Difficulty concentrating. Difficulty making decisions. Thoughts and feelings of worthlessness. And for that, we definitely have a video called Worthy that'd be really helpful. Suicidal thoughts. Low sexual desire. Either weight gain or weight loss that's significant. Difficulty sleeping or sleeping too much can all be symptoms of depression. And the sooner that they or you discover the origin, the better. But if they've traveled down the road or had an abrupt, painful event, they could move towards suicidal events. We don't want that to happen. Now, if you're talking to them, I want you to ask these questions. How long have you been having these thoughts? Because it's different if it's a day or if it's been 5 years. Second question, what's so painful that you're trying to stop hurting from? This can really be important because it might be that they've never told someone. You might say, it might be something you've never told anybody, but I need you to tell me right now. What happened? Okay, and it might be a family issue. It might be something that they've done that they're so ashamed of, that they feel they're worthy of death. But find out what, if you can, find out what that is. Another question is kind of like another angle, and that is, why do you want to erase yourself? And you'd be amazed at the response to that. Okay, why they feel like they're not worthy to be here. They have no value and they have no meaning, and they might as well wipe themselves out because they're not going to make a difference. Okay, that's a great question. Number 4, do you have a plan? Now, this question is important to ask because if they have a specific plan, if it's a weapon, automobile, pills, they have a plan, this is very serious. They are on the precipice of attempt, and this needs help, okay? They will probably try to carry this out. Now, the next question is, if they have a plan, do you have the ability to carry this out? Like if they want to use a weapon, but they don't have a weapon. But if they want to use a weapon and they have a weapon, these are the kind of things, or if they want to take pills and they have pills, this is where you turn it over to the police. Okay, they're actually trained to do this. And even as a therapist, if I have someone sitting in my office and telling me they want to commit suicide and they have a plan, and I remember one time a therapist was in my office as a client, and she was being very gamey with me, and I asked her straight up, and she admitted she did, and she had a plan, and I had to call the police and have them come into my office and assess her. That's how serious this is. So you want someone who is very trained to do this. Number 7, do not, and I repeat, do not try to assess this yourself. Okay, this can lead to a lifelong regret. You're not qualified. Call the police. Your friend or person might be mad at you, but they'll be alive. And that's very important because the police has resources you don't have. And it's very important that you don't try to save a life. If someone says they have a plan, you get on the phone, you stay with that person until the police show up, and you follow whatever the police tell you to do. They might have to be hospitalized for a few days. That's better for them to figure out what's going on under the supervision and get evaluated for maybe what's going on to cause them such deep level of depression that they want to kill themselves. You might lose a friend, but you will gain a life, okay? And I know I've had to do this as a counselor, and I had people mad at me, and I'm okay with that because they're still alive. I'd rather have someone alive mad at me than dead, and me carry some kind of false guilt about that. Well, I hope you've really been encouraged because this can help you help someone when they need it the absolute most.